What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Verdependent podcast, where we depend on the Verde and Black for our everyday vibes. On this episode, we're reacting to the Open Cup final against Nashville and previewing our home match against. Please stop laughing, dude. This is
I can't, dude. I'm
this is
sorry.
not
I
funny.
can't stop laughing. It's so funny.
Previewing our home match against St. Louis City this Saturday at Q2. I'm Paul Fletes.
I'm Logan Bartlett, bro.
Bro, I can't.
Oh
I
my
can't
god,
right
that's
now,
so
dude.
funny.
Anyway, before we hit the recap and absolutely go emotional on everyone, let's give ourselves a semblance of some consistency on this podcast and shoot some preheated takes. I'm going to try and eke out some positivity on mine, but why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
I got you, bro. That was beautiful. Perfect execution. Thank you. I couldn't stop laughing.
Thanks, man.
All right, we're looking ahead, right? That's the point of this. So
Yeah.
we have 3 games left in the season. I'm saying Austin will eclipse 40 goals scored on the season by decision day, right? We're sitting at 34 now. I'm thinking we get 6+ in the final few games.
Wow. Okay. Is that
That's all I got.
including playoffs? Is that or just
No,
regular
sorry,
season?
regular season. That's just regular
6
season.
goals.
Of course, playoffs, yes, but
Okay, brother. Okay. I like that. I like that. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know where this is coming from, but I've got Austin not losing another game at home in 2025. That's regular season and playoffs.
Love it.
But I'm be honest with you, bro. I feel like I'm lying to myself a little bit, and I feel like I've been lying to myself for 5 years in a row, bro.
Oh, come on, bro.
Don't
do that to me.
Because, bro, last night you were there.
I was.
You were there at that Open Cup final, dude, and nothing took the wind out of my sails in my long soccer watching career, bro, than that performance and just that result last night, dude. That was wild stuff. So I'm gonna shut up.
You know those commercials from our childhood or from like the teenage years, the like don't smoke weed commercials, and it's the dude, the person that smokes like just completely flattened on the couch.
Yeah, couch
And
locked
like,
and just
they're like
deflated.
just a flat. I felt like that after the whistle blew, the final
Sure.
whistle blew. Just sitting there like hands on my head, like what did I just? Is this real?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
So, tough, man. I can kick it off though.
Let's please
Let's go back to the pregame vibes, right?
Oh,
pristine, crystal clear, perfect, fresh pressed vibes, bro. Crisp as could be. We were feeling ourselves. We were locked in. The lineups came out, and we were like, "Oh, we kind of called it exactly, right?" Back to the 4-back. I mean, we played 3-back when we in possession, right? Budo stayed down, but whatever.
Yeah.
We didn't have 3 center backs. Is the point? We went back to 2 Stevies. We had the veterans in. We had Diego Rubio. We had Ilie starting. Obviously all our stars and the DPs, Owen and crew.
Right.
Surprisingly, if we want to talk veterans, Julio got the start. I mean, not surprised. He's been playing, right? So it's not like he came out of left field.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a continuation of form. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're going to go with 2 center backs, I would say he's still third on the totem pole. So it was interesting to see him start over Zvatak. But I mean, whatever, he did his thing. And I thought the lineups were interesting. I thought what I wanted happened, right? We had the veterans in. We had guys that have been there before who've won things in this league, who've seen success starting. I really appreciated Ilie's vibes throughout the game, right? At every point in stoppage or in breaks, he's looking around the crowd, like clapping, hyping everybody up, like, come on, we need you. Like, you can propel us, and it was just further testament to the class act that man is, and very deserving of our captain's band. So I appreciate that, and I think Nico made the right choice with lineups. So I'll leave that there. You can comment or just keep us moving forward to the sadness, but that's on you.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. I did want to just point the lineup tinkering out just a little bit, just as a question, because I mean, on this side of the result, right, on the losing side, I mean, your mind is racing with questions, and that was one of the first things that immediately. When Serge slots that penalty, I start to question. It's like, why did we change from the three back system that got us here?
Mm.
Why didn't we sub sooner? It felt like we were maybe playing for a 120-minute game.
Yeah.
And then, the wheels kind of came out from under us. But yeah, those are just one of those things where I was like, where's Jean Kolmanich in all this? Like, I didn't see anything about him being injured. Maybe I missed that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, for him to be the first picture on, the club's post on Instagram, looking all snazzy with the cowboy hat and the missing
vest.
sleeves, bro. I was like,
Yeah.
we're about to see a Jean Kolmanich goal at home, bro. And that would absolutely send me.
Yep.
But we didn't even see him on the lineup, bro. So it was,
No. Yeah, I think
wow.
it was interesting, right? Like, again, I would rather have seen Svatak over Julio. Granted, in the grand scheme of things, consequentially, it didn't matter much. They had 2 shots total on goal.
Right.
Both goals. One was the penalty, right? So
Yeah.
one of my main talking points coming out of this game, like when we're chatting after the game, was like, bro, they didn't create shit. They didn't create anything offensively.
Sure.
And so to see them be up 2-1 on us after 96, like, it's just sad to see, right? Because the defense did their job. They made it hard. It was unfortunate that the one in the field of play opportunity was a Biro mistake, which you can blame a little bit on the center backs too. Just the spacing was off, right? 2 guys on the back post. Only one is being marked, and the one that's unmarked is fucking Hani Mukhtar, MLS MVP.
Yeah,
so
you can't do that.
You make a decision there. That's tough. And I thought Nashville handled the game very well in terms of the flow of things and just playing the game out.
They were smart about it, man. They played like a team that has been in that situation before, and
which they
not
have.
just our players, but our fan base, man. Like, when the going was good, everyone was in full voice. But I can definitely tell you, it felt like, especially playing in the Murga and just seeing and having a temperature check on the stadium environment, like on NCAA, you got the stadium pulse, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, you could tell, like, a lot of us, it was like our first time in a big match, like you were not there for the away day at LAFC in the Western Conference Final. You were not there at Den Verde. And I'm not trying to sound like I'm gatekeeping or anything like that for like canonical like club events, but like, bro, the final is when you are there all the way through. And granted, I'll be honest, I was having some moments throughout the game as well, but there's enough of us where I felt like I was like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm just taking this moment. Yeah. But I'm going to be back in there, dude. I woke up and my lips were like so swollen. I did not do a good job of cooling down on my trumpet, but I felt like every note that I was playing was going to somehow give Mirto just another, more skill level to his shot, or Buka's turn or whatever. I was just like, oh my god. But I say all that because it was just one of those things, man, where like I wish that we could have, I don't know, I just felt like we could have done more as
well.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a learning opportunity, right? I think that's kind of what you're getting towards. It's a learning opportunity for the club across the board, right? For the fans, for the players, right? I mean, a big narrative coming out of it from us, but also Austin FC and Nashville fans that we ran into after the game and just chatting, passing, was like Nashville had been through that before. They'd lost in the League's Cup final, and they
hosted. Yeah,
that they hosted, right? Literally the same scenario that we were in. And they've been there before, and it was a growing opportunity for them in the club, right? And the club grew from it. And the next time they got the opportunity, they didn't miss it. Yeah. And so for us, right, like for the players, Nico's post game presser and whatnot, he's like, take this hurt, take this pain, and let it motivate you, right? Because, you got to lose one to get to the next one. You have to all you can do is take this result and move past it. I don't like that we lost. It makes me very sad and pretty frustrated, but I think this is a good resilience building moment. And I think this could be a catalyst that catapults this team into a solid playoff run. We don't need to look that far ahead yet. We got a few more games, but I think just the narrative, Nico's doing the right thing as the coach to like set this up as a, this is frustrating.
The framing is important.
Yeah. We have to own this, and we have to take it in stride and learn from it and move. Going back to the game though, sorry, we're getting real afterthoughty here. What about the refereeing, bro?
I mean, here's my thing, right? Is I feel like I have to get this off my chest, otherwise I'm not going to sleep well. But I just thought it was interesting. And this is more a social comment than anything else. But pregame, you know, sure, we can celebrate progress where progress should be celebrated, and it's nice and fine that, you know, the refereeing crew was all female, and that's great. But when I saw that it was Tori Penzo before, you know, like we actually got to Q2, I was like, oh, people aren't gonna like this. They're not gonna like this one bit, dude, because Tori and her husband Chris, man, they are unfortunately not the most with it refs. And we got to witness that firsthand in our club's first ever final. Yeah. And so I just thought it was interesting.
Well, that, you know, without going too far into the social narrative here, like progress is great. This is a great thing for sports, right? To see this, just like it's great to have female coaches in men's sports. These are all great things in progress. But the fact that you put that much pressure on this moment socially for the first all-female crew in a cup final game, people are saying some fucked up shit right now, right?
Oh yeah,
it's not warranted. It's not okay. But because of what happened, it's gonna be
it's more tinged and just like that's for me. Like, one, I was not in the ref you suck chants because like I don't do that in general because I'm trying to like play through that, you know, as a Merga member. Which I don't know if folks recognize that or not, but our you know, our mission is to try to elevate, you know, the positive and the more like team centered energies as opposed to like the negative directed at the officiating. But I mean, not to say that we're trying to silence, you know, the moment, so to speak, but I just felt that it was interesting that pre-match, whatever, it was like, oh, you know, like we're going to celebrate y'all, blah, 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 blah. And then there's like 30 minutes into the game, it's like
the game starts, it's
jeers
like,
of ref you suck and blah, 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 middle fingers up. And it's like, yo, like,
and that was everybody, not just people you would expect that from that are anti-progress.
Yeah, man, I was surprised. I was surprised at some of those folks that I was like, oh, man. But, I mean, let's call a spade, dude.
Getting to the point of the game, right? Like,
the officiating was suspect. I mean, there were some moments, but at the end of the day, I was looking at it from both sides, and I don't know, man. Like I've seen worse games officiated at Q2. I'll be honest, man. I think for me, I got to look at Danny P. and brother, when you have a history of playing with an edge, and you get spoken to, like, we cannot, like, you put yourself in a position where the ref is now making that call for you. You know what I'm saying? And like
in a game where the ref was already making her presence known, right? It wasn't a surprise that she's throwing yellows left and right and calling fouls where maybe in a cup final you would expect more leeway, let the guys play, right? Like, knowing the context of the flow of the game, choosing to go against the suggestion, I guess you could say, of the ref of like, hey, you got to stop fucking doing it. The warning, right? The referee warned him seconds before that is called a penalty. And especially, it's just, I don't know.
And like, I get it, right? Because like, let the boys play. I get that. But like, again, we got to trust in the 10 other guys that we're playing with. Yeah. And if you need to have that advantage of holding your hands or arms around the dude, right?
And not winning position.
And not winning the position. Bro, like,
that's the dude.
That's a young footballer still trying to learn his stuff, which for 24, 25, however old, you know, Danny is, loving him to death, bro. But like, in those moments, like, it really, really does kind of just, it just stings a little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he felt that. You saw that after the game, bro. Was hunched over and he had that weight on his shoulders. And to that, I say, brother, let it go as soon as you can, because we need you to play with your chin up. And absolutely,
he's a part of the core that got us here, right? So
exactly,
like,
bro.
You earned his flowers. You take those scrapes and you move past them.
But the whole team, you know. Yeah. But man, I think
Well,
I just want to process some of the opportunities that were squandered too, because like I think back to, you know, other names that should get called out. I mean, Mirto, man,
yeah,
you know, like I've
man.
never seen the walk up to a penalty, you know, with less aura than that one, you know, and I just felt like maybe the moment was getting to him,
I don't know,
and he's
man.
got to remember that he's our guy, you know, and like he's that big money signing for a reason, dude, and it's like you've hit penalty kicks for us harder than that before, and
Yeah,
more
yeah.
cleverly, and so I
You
don't know,
gotta hit.
man.
You gotta hit the shit out of that ball, bro. In that
Yeah,
scenario, don't
yeah,
go for placement. Don't go for
yeah,
placement against a keeper who has nothing to lose. Right,
right,
backup keeper comes in. You know, this is his moment. He's going to play his ass off for the team, and
and
like
did, yeah,
you gotta put your laces on that shit, bro. If you're gonna go right, hit the shit out of that ball.
yeah,
Go up. Do
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah,
different than just like let me slide it softly here. Because bro jumped early. He knew he's going
100%,
in
dude.
my left, to his right,
Mm-hmm.
and he called it. He knew it. He was out there, just literally touching the sidebar. By the time the ball is getting kicked, he's right there. So
And can I keep it 100 with you, dude? I feel like I couldn't see the replay of when the keeper made contact with Izuni making that run into the box, but
mhm.
I was kind of like, I don't
Is it
know, man.
even?
I don't know if
Yeah,
VAR is going to intervene here. I don't know if it's going to get called back, but
yeah,
the football karma just felt like it wasn't
yeah.
supposed to happen in that sense, and I was like, God damn it, man. Like,
And
I
to
don't
that
know.
point, this is just going back to that foul. I don't want to harp on the refereeing too much, but I'm going to.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a scenario where the goalie fouls a attacker in the box and causes a penalty and doesn't get a yellow. I
Right.
think every single time I've seen a foul goalie on attacker in the box for a penalty, it's always a yellow,
Yeah.
and he didn't get a card for that,
Yeah.
which
I mean,
was
bro,
a big
bro hit
deal
a
when he was time wasting the entire second half.
right. Bro hit a
Just
classic Robert Sanchez. You know, like that
straight
should have
up,
been a red. You
yeah,
know, like
yeah, like
uh,
you can't do that. Like you
yeah.
got beat. So the fact that he didn't get a yellow there, I thought was a very suspect refereeing decision because that's
Sure.
very consequential when you look at the whole second
Agreed.
half, but truly the
Mm-hmm.
last 15 minutes plus stoppage time, like bro
Yeah.
wasted a good 3-4 minutes on his own, just taking his time
Sure.
because he didn't have a yellow on him. He didn't have to worry. There was
Yeah.
nothing. He was like, I can take a yellow, great, and then he still didn't get a yellow after time wasting so much, which
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
his other teammates did. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Um, Uzuni's just got to make that. It's that plain and simple, bro. Uzuni makes that penalty. It's a
100.
different game. I've done everything I can to hype him up and to just like believe in him. And he got that goal to tie it up in first half stoppage time, and
Mm-hmm.
that's that's big money moves right there. But bro, that's got to
That's
be
what we
golden
need
too.
all the time.
Yeah,
You know.
that can't be because you squandered a penalty 20
Right.
minutes before and you got to make up for it. Like you got to be doing
Yeah.
that the whole game, and
Yeah. That's
creating
in
those
addition to,
opportunities. Yeah, so
for
that
sure.
was tough, man. It's like if I don't know, man. If you don't put 5'8" Danny on a 6'3" target man in the
Sure.
box, that's probably a better idea
Yeah.
because then no, that's not a penalty. And then if you make your penalties, it's a lot easier to win games like this.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
and then I mean, the last name that I just have to like get off my chest, and then I'll feel okay, is Guillermo Biro, man. Like
mhm.
that left post, you just cannot have Hani Mukhtar unmarked inside your own box, bro.
Yeah,
Like it
it's
does it.
it's those little things of positioning, man, that cost
Yep.
us. Like both goals, Bidu getting fucking boxed out by
Mm-hmm.
fucking Eddie or whatever his name is, tiny
Sure.
ass midfielder.
Yep.
Or maybe it's the winger. Either way, small guy. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
getting bodied out by him and getting boxed out. And leaving Hani open on that back post is just a
Yeah.
product of poor positioning, and then Danny just getting beat trying to grab and losing position immediately on a corner and ending up
For sure.
behind the guy who the ball is getting kicked to. Like that's
Yeah.
you can't, you got to be locked in on those little moments
Yeah.
because here we are.
Right. And I say those names because one, I think it's too easy, and a little bit of a cop out in my opinion to blame everything on the refereeing, which again, I think you and I both agree that it was questionable, sure, and like there were
Yeah.
elements of that where I don't know, it could have benefited Austin if some calls went our way, but I mean, we were handed opportunities.
Yeah.
But
And we created opportunities.
this team did not take those opportunities and
Yeah.
run with them. And so
Yeah.
that's where I think for me, when I said earlier in the episode, I've been lying to myself for 5 years, is because I've seen this club time and time again
Mm-hmm.
Be granted these opportunities or create these opportunities for themselves, but they don't have that killer instinct yet
Yep.
of really, showing the opposition or showing the fans that it's like, hey,
Yep.
um, yeah, man.
I think to kind of surmise everything into like a short statement, like Nashville just had that poise to recognize the flow of the game and see, okay, the referees are making certain that their presence is felt in this game, whether
Yeah.
that's good or not. It's not. But in a cup final, they're making it known, like they're throwing out yellow cards, they're making foul calls where maybe you wouldn't see those in other scenarios in like a playoff heated matchup,
Yeah.
And they're and Nashville was able to say, okay, we're going to play within those constraints and we're going to make the most of our opportunities. We're going to let the game come to us. We're not going to force anything. And we're going to see what's happening around us and not let little mistakes beat us. And unfortunately for Austin, they couldn't match that. And I don't think that's necessarily a fault of anyone specifically. It just was, especially when Austin's the one that's being on the end of the bad end of yellow cards left and right.
Sure.
And poor fouls, granted frustration will build up. It's just tough to see, man. It's tough to see that that's how it ended for us. And then watching the U.S. Open Cup staffers start setting up all the post-game celebration stuff in our stadium.
Yeah, knowing that we weren't lifting that shit, dude. It was wild.
Watching Nashville fans all crowd around the Lexus Club seats and stuff to start to get that front row view of their club raising the trophy in Q2 Stadium. To see the photos afterwards of Nashville holding up the trophy with fireworks behind them that are covering the green seats, so you can't even tell it's Q2 anymore. It's just a celebration. It's tough, man.
It was tough, man. And there was a point, I don't know, shout out the fans that stayed, whether that's, masochistic or what, or you just, you're that good of a fan that you got to see your boys crossing that stage, accepting their medals. And then, that's kind of what I wanted to do. It was our club's first ever cup final that we hosted.
Yeah.
That team was going to get to cross that stage, shake hands, right, accept their first medals, and then hopefully use that pain, because I'll never forget, dude, seeing that team away at the Bank of California Stadium and against LAFC for the Western Conference Final in 2022. I was just like, bro, these guys are a mess. You gotta pick them up off the floor for real. And I want to say shout out Owen Wolf specifically, bro. His poise after the game was, so mature, and just watching him console his teammates, dude, I was like,
and bring them over to the South End, be a part of that crew. That's like,
man, there's just, it's really cool to see, such a young player carry himself like that. It's just a testament to, his quality and the way he carries himself, man. But one last thing for me, one little gripe to the club. I just wish we would wear our damn home kit when we are at home for a fucking cup final, dude. Like,
I agree.
I get it.
I didn't even consider that we'd be wearing the away kit when I went to work that morning. I just was like, cool, home kit in the bag. Let's go.
Right. Yep.
It was like automatic. Like, yeah, we're going to fuck Nashville. We're wearing our Verde Black.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
Did not.
And it's just a thing, right? I'm very much that type that I like to wear what the team wears when I go to games and stuff like that. Yeah. And so, I was ready, man. I was like, okay, this is,
you had both on deck just in case.
Shout out trumpet cases, bro. They do let me slip an extra kit there, and just in case. But
last thing I want to complain about. Last thing. So you mentioned this on the front end. This is just got all the things are coming back to me. This is like one of the only games that I've actually remembered coming after, because it's like burned into my memory. Usually it's just like complete blankness. Like, I don't remember the game I watched 2 days ago. There's no way.
Right.
Anyway, it's front of mind. One, Jean Comaneci on the bench. You mentioned that already, but I think that's a crazy choice when he has the left foot of God on him. And if you need to sling crosses like we did last night into the box to try to tie up a game at the end, you want that guy doing it, because one, it gives you skill. Like the way he's able to whip in a cross gives enough uncertainty to a goalkeeper to not let him just come out for every fucking cross and snag it out of air, which is what Homeboy was doing to us. And two, it gives you more flexibility for positioning, right? All of a sudden we have Brad Stuver fucking taking free kicks from half field and just booting it to the keeper over and over again. It's like, here you go, because we had nothing else. So that was one thing. And the second part that I just want to complain about is that there's no way that ethically I can feel good about only 6 minutes being called for stoppage time at the end of the second half.
Preach, brother, preach.
That should have been a fucking 12-minute stoppage time. And I'm going to go back at some point and watch that second half just to count with the timer. Because, bro, I saw CJ Fadri right when he came on. He's up, like, keeper gets the ball, and he's standing at the edge of the box, both hands up, 1, 2, 3. And he counted like 16 seconds before homeboy kicked it, and that was every single time.
Yeah, bro.
Every time. That was like 8 times he's holding it. So that's a good 2 minutes right there.
Yeah.
Randomly a 5-minute injury break in the 60-something minute. Multiple goals, a PK.
Yeah.
That took 2 minutes to set up. Like
Surge with proper shithousery, dude. You remember him kicking the ball and getting that yellow?
Exactly. And then so all of that playing into, I'm like, bro, that should have been 10, 12, 15 minutes of stoppage time, not a putrid 6. So like I was expecting we had extra time, way more time to get some chances, and that was when 6 came up. I literally screamed. I was like, "What,
bro?" A 6-piece was diabolical. It was wild.
That's the last thing I'll say about that game. I'm sad, but shout out the boys for getting us there. We 100%. It was great to experience that, and I trust that we will again sooner than later. So.
Anyway. I really do, man, because I was sitting with one of the trumpet players, Rafa, and he's an older gentleman, and I love getting to play next to him because he is just a fountain of knowledge about soccer in the U.S. And I just remember looking at him before kickoff, before we lowered that tifo, and I was like, "You ready, man?" He's like, "I've been waiting for this," and it just I hope to God that we are able to experience a cup final in Austin again for Rafa and people like him, older generations of Austin FC fans, that get to see their team lift a cup, and it's one of those things that we'll keep back at it, and this city will continue humming along, and people will go back to work, and kids will go back to school, but we'll be waiting for that team, man, and
we will.
The boys will give it all to get back there. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break before we get back into the St. Louis preview. So just hang tight, and we'll wrap this up. And we're back. And with much more positive outlooks.
Yes.
I told Lobar during halftime, friend, we gotta turn it up, and we gotta just put the Open Cup behind us and look full forward to these last 3 games of the season. Starting off with St. Louis, they are not looking so hot. This is arguably the last must-win of the season because it is the only gimme that we have left before we play those 2 California teams, LAFC and San Jose, man. It's going to be crazy, but I mean, let's talk about the opponents for a second. They're down bad. I mean, the head-to-head doesn't look pretty against us, but how are you feeling going into this one, Lobar?
I feel good, man. Like, so you kicked it off and just said it how it is at the front at the start of this second half. Like, this team, I'm determined, right? We took that L, we wipe off the scrapes and bruises, and we look forward, right? And so I think going back to, I mentioned this Nico Estevez's post-game presser, right? Take that pain, take that loss in the biggest game of your life for some of these guys, and let that propel you, right? Determine you to clinch playoffs this weekend because we have that opportunity.
Yeah.
We should be going into this game, both as players, but also as fans, right? Thinking, okay, Wednesday happened. I can't do anything about that now. Let me come out Saturday and show, as fans, show the team that we're behind you. There's still something to play for, right?
Yep.
And as the players, right, take that and say, great, we have a chance to clinch this right now. We have a chance to take all that pain, let it out on a shittier opponent, which is the last chance we'll have that for the rest of the year. LAFC is great. San Jose is a fucking chaotic wild card every time, so I don't even consider that an easier opponent. And then it's playoffs, right? Then it's only hard opponents at that point, right? It's MLS playoffs. Anything can happen. you might as well be everybody might as well be a 1 seed at that point, in
Right.
terms of the vibe of the game. So this is our last chance to we can clinch playoffs. We can beat a team that we should beat, and we can send a message, right, to everyone, to the league, to themselves, to the fans of like, we can dominate games. Let's do this,
Yeah.
And so I feel determined in the second half discussion and just moving forward, like, okay, we took the L,
Mm-hmm.
the biggest of L's. That shit sucks. Let's go for playoffs now, right?
Right.
This team show us that they're fucking about it. I'm going to show you that I've always been about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's just keep it moving, right? So I'm feeling good. St. Louis sucks dick. They're fucking 13th in the West. They have 28 points on the year. They're not good. You have to beat this team, right? They're in a state of flux. Fan and Steele is gone. They don't have leadership. Like everything is trending toward transition for them. So like, let's help kick that off for them and just make them feel like shit one more time before they go into the off season and go to Cancun while the front office figures out what they're doing. And that's all I have to say about that. We got to
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I'm with you there, man. I think Saturday is we have to almost mask whatever happened on Wednesday, right? Like we have to go back there even stronger. The guys are going to need it because I keep feeling this sense as I'm thinking about Saturday that like this team is in a fragile state, like strong, a unified state, but fragile also, because God forbid if St. Louis scores first, I don't want to see us capitulate. Like this is not the game to play from behind. This is the game that we come out and within the first 10 minutes, we're up by 1-2 goals. Like it just has to be that level of intensity and that level of dominance, because we're the next team in the Western Conference table without an X next to the name. We're the next in line. We get these 3 points and boom, we get that X. And so we're playing the team with an E already in there, and so it's like this is the MLS and anything can happen. But bro, I just need Austin FC players, staff, fans to all come together and go, we are taking this and we're winning it, and
that's all it is.
It just has to be that way, dude. And so I think Murga is going to be there, as always, loud and just ruckus. I hope the South End, North End, East, West, like we gotta stand behind these boys, because we gotta show them that we're there. Even louder when you're down type beat. You know what I'm saying? And so
exactly, yeah.
I think we should go ahead and just predict this already, huh?
Yeah, I'm not even a prediction, just an expectation, bro. I'm not even going to predict like this is what it might be. Like my expectation for this club on Saturday is, one, get that shutout finally. Get the shutout that's been so elusive for us for fucking 3 months. Set that record for the club. We did it. We've got our 9 shutouts or whatever. I don't even remember because it's been so long. But get that final shutout that sets the record for the most in a year for the club. Score goals, bro. Like, go out there and just dominate this club. Even if it's 2-0, but we handily beat this team and we rested our best player, whatever we needed to do to like take care of things, just do that. Go out knowing you're going to win this game, win the game. Don't think twice about it and win 2-3, 4-0, right? Like, don't give me a scrappy 1-0 win against St. Louis. Save that for LAFC next week.
Cannot do that, bro.
Save that for the playoffs, because from that point on, it's only big hitters, right? There's no easy games. So take advantage of this one for momentum.
I feel that. And something to think about as a fan, listening to this, and you're sitting there and you're like, I don't know, man, like we might be struggling. We're just barely skating into playoffs. It's like, no, I remember last season, bro, a 7th placed New York Red Bulls team took their miracle run, and got out that wild card and made it all the way to the final, and that could be us, bro. I want to be as positive as I can be, but also realistic. But I mean, bro, this is MLS, and Nico and the boys have shown that like they are made of this stuff where we can counter and bunker and hit these guys at home or away.
Exactly.
Why
The
not us,
first
bro?
round best of three thing that's like kind of laughable for a lot of fans in playoffs,
Exactly.
including
Yep.
me.
I agree.
It's
Mm-hmm.
made for
And
this
me.
reason. It's
Yep.
made for the 6 seed, the 7 seed, the 8 seed to one, everybody gets money. Obviously, that's reason one. But two is that it takes the pressure off a single elimination for the teams that are expected to lose, right?
Yep.
So if we end up the 6 seed and we're playing like a San Diego or LAFC or
Mm-hmm.
Vancouver, like we have, if you want to take that narrative of we have nothing to lose at that point because we're supposed to lose on paper,
Right.
that's what the 3 round first round is. It's to build that momentum, bro. So like,
Yep.
let us be the underdog. Let us win that in 2 games, beat them both handily. Take it to 3. I don't care. Let us win that first round, scrappy
Mm-hmm.
wise, and then just sprint from there, right? Because we're
Yeah.
the underdog at that point. And I feel like that's always been our narrative. 2022, keep doubting us. This year, we weren't supposed to make it to the Open Cup final, right? We weren't
Yep.
expected to win. We didn't, but we fought our ass off when we should have. We could have,
Yeah.
you know? We had everything going our way to do so. So take that underdog narrative and just run with it, dude. And
For
it
sure.
starts right now by just dominating teams you should dominate. I know I've said that so many times, dude, and it's tiring.
No, but we mean it for real this time, right?
But I've always meant it. But like, truly,
Yeah.
if we can't dominate St. Louis this weekend, I don't really have anything else to say, bro. Like,
Yeah.
just let playoffs come and let it happen, and let me go watch Chelsea for the rest of the winter. Like,
Right.
you know, so dominate this team, please.
Yeah.
Dominate this team. Mirto Ozuni, Osman Bukhari.
Osman Bukhari, Owen Wolf.
Dominate this shit.
Yeah, for real. So I know you kind of skirted the predictions thing, but in the spirit of manifestation, in the spirit of just the Verde vibes at home, Q2 against a much lesser opponent, they're going to be pretty staunchy with it. But I think something tells me that the floodgates open, and I see us a comfortable 4-0 at home against St. Louis,
that.
bro.
And that would help with my prediction, so I'm all for it, bro. Give me a 4
Yeah,
goal win.
that's right.
So
yeah,
we get
because
close to
it's
40.
going to be hard getting goals against LAFC and
straight up.
well, maybe not San Jose. You know, it might open up.
Yeah,
there
it might
too,
be a
but
5-4.
all right. Oh God.
But just take this chance, bro. We haven't scored shit all year. We cannot score goals. This is the chance to make that change. To say like,
one.
okay, we can score 2 every once in a while. No, we can score 5 on a team we should beat.
Yeah.
And just get that. I don't know, man. I don't even know. Like, I can't even see if that's possible tactically with the way we play. But I just need it to be, bro. That's. I'm tired.
I get you, man. I get you, and we all are, man. But I think we're gonna be back there on Saturday, ready to roar.
Yes, sir. Always.
I think we don't have any stoppage time lined up.
Nah.
A rare occurrence. I think this was just a matter of making sure that we get our post-match reactions out there and our preview out there.
We'll get back to the regular stuff next week.
100%. But I think last thing for the listener, stay up, keep wearing Verde. These guys need you. We need you. So keep staying engaged. And as always, we appreciate y'all kicking it with us on this episode of the Verdependent podcast. I'm Paul Fletes. You can find me at Paul and UFC, government name.
And I'm Logan Bartlett. Catch me on Twitter at LobarVHLM.
And you know the business. Keep the chatter going online by following at the Verdependent on socials. Like and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And shout out Lojo and shout out people that screenshot, the pictures of me shirtless when I black out when Mirto scores in an Open Cup final, because I don't remember those moments. Me
neither.
I just don't. But I appreciate those shares.
Yes,
so anyway, that is an episode, y'all. See you Saturday. Peace.
Oh, why are you screaming at me?
Oh my God.